Scream 6 marked a first in the history of the Scream movie series, as it's the first to have 3 Ghostface killers. But a theory claims that there's a secret 4th Ghostface. But before this 4th killer hunts me down and fillets me like a fish, I'd like to say hello guys and gals, I'm Nick, and welcome to 30's Feedback. So, among the biggest trends in film in recent years are reboots and requels, and these have found the most success in the horror genre, and among the horror franchises that have been revived through this is Scream. Over a decade after the release of Scream 4, which gave proper closure to the stories of Sidney Prescott, Gale Weathers and Dewey Riley, a new wave of murders by a mass killer took place in Woodsboro, bringing these 3 characters back and introducing a new generation of victims and survivors. Scream 2022 introduced new final girls Sam and Tara Carpenter, who along with Tara's friends Mindy and Chad, survived the attacks of the 2 new Ghostface killers, Tara's best friends Amber and Sam's boyfriend Richie Kirsch. Scream 6 saw the survivors of the 2022 Woodsboro murders moving to New York City to start a new chapter in their lives, but they were terrorized by 3 new killers, Detective Bailey, Quinn Bailey and Ethan Landry, who were Richie's father and siblings. However, a theory claims there is a possible 4th killer who wasn't revealed, but there's enough evidence that points to his possible involvement. A theory, via Nerdist, explains there might be a secret 4th killer in Scream 6, and it's none other than Sam's boyfriend, Danny Brackett. Danny is Tara and Sam's neighbour who Sam had been secretly seeing, but their relationship came to light once a new Ghostface killer began to haunt them. Danny actually saved Sam and Mindy when Ghostface broke into their apartment and supposedly killed Quinn, as he helped them cross to his apartment with a ladder. Unfortunately, Mindy's girlfriend Anika didn't survive this, as she was already weak after being stabbed, and Ghostface shook the ladder and made her fall. The next day, Danny told Sam that she shouldn't trust anyone, including him, which was seen as a way to further confuse the audience about who could be behind the Ghostface mask. However, Sam called him to help when Gail was attacked by Ghostface at her apartment, but as he couldn't arrive on time but showed up at the hospital, he became a suspect in universe. In the final showdown between the survivors and Ghostface, Danny stayed outside the theatre and called the police, which was a big help, but it might have been part of the plan that didn't go as expected. The theory uses some specific moments in Scream 6 as proof that Danny could have been involved in the murders but never got his big reveal, as Sam told him to stay outside. First, he could have been key in faking Quinn's murder, as he was the only one who saw it, and getting the rest to cross over into his apartment would have given Detective Bailey and Ethan enough time to stage the scene before the police arrived. Then there's the subway scene, where the group was split, leaving Mindy and Ethan on another train, where Mindy was stabbed by Ghostface. Splitting them was part of the plan, and Chad even accused Danny of intentionally doing it, so he might not have been wrong after all. Last but not least, Danny was seen as a hero and caring boyfriend when, following the defeat of 3 Ghostface, turned out that he had called the police and they were already waiting outside. This might have actually been part of the Kirsch family's plans, but because they were killed, it didn't turn out as expected. The theory explains that the plan could have been calling the police in order to frame Sam as the killer, but the complete opposite happened. This made Sam finally trust Danny, which could be a huge mistake if Danny truly was the 4th killer in Scream 6. Danny being the secret 4th killer in Scream 6 sets him up to be the next Ghostface in Scream 7. By staying outside and calling the police, Danny earned not just Sam's trust, but also that of Tara, Mindy and Chad, erasing all suspicion they could have had before. Danny will now be a lot closer to Sam and the rest after everything they went through together, which is the perfect scenario for him to carry on what the Kirsch family started. The big question, however, is why Danny agreed to help Bailey and company in their revenge against Sam, but it made sense that the Kirsch family would have recruited him as they needed as much inside information as possible to bring Sam and Tara down. Danny being the killer in Scream 7 would repeat a Scream trick, but it also fits what the requels have been doing so far. Scream 2022 mirrored the original Scream in different ways, but mostly in the identity of its two Ghostface killers. The final girl's boyfriend, Sydney, Billy, Sam, Richie, and a sidekick who agreed to help just for thrills, Stu Macher and Amber Freeman. Scream 6 continued this by mirroring Scream 2 in various ways, such as taking place in a college outside Woodsboro, the third act taking place in a theatre, and, of course, the identity of the killers. Just like in Scream 2, Scream 6 revealed the killers were vengeful relatives, in this case, Richie's family. Meaning that, if Scream 7 happens, it will surely mirror Scream 3. Scream 3 is widely regarded as the weakest movie in the saga, but Scream 7 can repeat its Ghostface reveal by having Danny as the killer. In Scream 3, the killer was Roman Bridger, who turned out to have been involved in the previous murders as he motivated Billy and Stu to kill. Scream 7 can have this by making Danny the new Ghostface, revealing he was, in fact, involved in the murders of Scream 6 with the Kirsch family. However, this would also be repeating the boyfriend twist of Scream and Scream 2022, but Scream 7 can give it its own twist to make it stand out.